Extra Point Live. I'm your host, Mokan. With me is none other than Andrew Dannon himself for the D5 Roadshow. Yes, we're finally here in Brossard. What started out with 32 teams is now down to the final two for the D5 title, which will be played here in Brossard, Quebec. We'll know in 1 hour's time who will be the new champion for winter season. Andrew, welcome to the show. How excited are you for the D5 finals?
I think I, like all the other players in D5, along with all the other divisions, we've been waiting for this for weeks. As soon as the playoffs started, we've been circling this date on our calendar.
Well, the two teams here, La Sauce and Buddays. Now, these two teams played each other during the winter season. And what we saw during the winter season was a fantastic game. La Sauce winning 32-20. Francis Raymond, 4 touchdown passes. Leandre Etier, 9-23. Not so great. But the key in this game, though, was that you had some big plays. Now, moving ahead, Le Buddays, they beat your lockdown, Lafre, and of course, Thunder. And looking at La Sauce, they beat Mean Machine, Coyotes, Mustangs with the Gridiron. First question I have for you. Could Le Buddays put the Week 7 game behind them, even though they gave up 2 40-yard touchdowns in that game?
I really do believe that, Mo. I think that the Buddies have really re-begun their season when the playoffs started. The reason is because they want this championship more than I've seen of a lot of teams in the past few years. They have totally forgotten about Week 7. I've even asked them about it a few times, and they seem very confident.
Well, looking at La Sauce, now you see what they have done so far. Francis Raymond, does he need to mix up his style of play, given that, you're playing the Le Buddays team? This is a very good defense, very stingy when push comes to shove.
This defense has only let in the second least amount of points in Division 5 throughout the regular season. This is not an easy defense to play against. So, yes, Raymond does have to mix up his style a bit. He has to run, and he has to run often for the Buddies to respect his arm.
Let's go down to field level for a little pregame report right now.
Je suis ici avec Marc-André Duchesneau de La Sauce. Marc-André, c'est toi le rusher. Penses-tu que tu es capable d'arrêter M. Etier sur l'autre côté?
Oui, certainement. C'est un gars qui est très athlétique, mais on a fait un schéma défensif pour s'assurer qu'il n'allait pas passer en reverse ou d'aucune façon.
Parfait. Puis, penses-tu que votre victoire dans la 7e semaine vous aide aujourd'hui à gagner 7 matchs aujourd'hui?
Oui, parce qu'à la 7e semaine, c'est la fin d'un cycle. Puis là, on a repris un cycle de sauce pour vraiment piquer ici. Donc, avec une version améliorée.
Merci beaucoup, Marc.
Merci beaucoup.
Je suis ici avec Shane Turgeon des Buddies. Shane, il faut que qui sur ton équipe a une bonne partie pour gagner ce soir?
Ben, c'est sûr que notre rusher, Marc-André Piquette, il faut qu'il ait une grosse performance ce soir. Il va être justement sur François Raymond. Il faut qu'il surveille ses pieds puis il faut qu'il contrôle la vitesse justement du QB.
Et en parlant de Raymond, pensez-vous que c'est possible de lui arrêter sur les pieds?
Je pense pas que c'est possible. Il est très très rapide, il faut lui donner ça, mais on va faire du mieux pour le contenir, ça c'est certain, Andrew.
Merci Shane et bonne chance.
Merci.
And we thank you to both teams for their pregame interviews. Now, looking ahead here, Andrew, let's see what happens. Le Buddays, see what they have done so far. Should they take their chances against La Sauce, considering that La Sauce had 2 INTs against them, and they're very, very good at ball hawking?
Absolutely not. One mistake can be the difference in this one. La Sauce has a good team both offensively and defensively. One mistake on either side might cost these teams the game.
Looking at Marc-Antoine Bellini and what he has done for this football team, how big of a loss is he? Can Sébastien Simon replace him and the leadership that he's brought to this football team?
I'm not sure about that. I talked to Bellini on the field before the game. His hand looks still pretty banged up, But we know that Sébastien Simon is an excellent player. We know that he could fill in physically. Will his leadership be enough? I'm not sure. But we know that Bellini still has contact with the huddle in between plays.
Can La Sauce physically match Le Buddays, given that, you look at Le Buddays' offense, very dynamic, very physical, and very big?
We've been talking about Le Buddays' physical size for a while. Well, I mean, take a look at La Sauce. These are big guys too. They can play physical. They can play high balls, jump balls. They're not scared of this kind of play either. I'm not sure a physical game is going to be a game breaker for either of these teams, really.
And finally, if you have to name one X factor off your head, who could it be?
It's going to be definitely Marc-André Duchesneau. If he can put some serious pressure on Leandre Etier, we might have an upset in the making right here.
And Duchesneau has had a big playoff so far with some key sacks in the semifinals and, of course, the quarterfinals of the D5 Winter Playoffs. Well, that's the pregame report. Now it's time for the predictions here, Andrew. You're on the spot. In 1 hour's time, who will be the new D5 Winter Champion?
I definitely foresee Les Buddays holding that championship at the end of the game. However, I've been wrong before, so this is a great. The parity here is amazing. I think that's what's going to make this game so fun. But I see Les Buddays winning by about a touchdown.
Again, La Sauce, a very good team. They went through a gauntlet of teams, murderers row practically, with who they defeated to get to this point. It should be a great final. Coming up next is the broadcast of the D5 Winter Final, followed by the halftime report. Then, of course, the postgame show where we'll wrap up the D5 season. Who will be the new title champions? We'll find out in 1 hour's time. Stay tuned for the Row Show final of the D5 Winter Game. And welcome to the D5 Winter Finals in Brossard, Quebec, the weekly Extra Point Live here for the Row Show. With me, as always, Darren Basmerjam for the D5 Finals between Les Buddays and, of course, La Sauce.
Yeah, my thoughts on this game, Mokan, are basically two very good teams who've done quite well for themselves during the regular season. Did a lot of good work to get here to the finals. Les Buddays, of course, a returning team, had a fairly good record in their first season in FPF, but got an unfortunate ending getting bounced in the first round. Whereas La Sauce is a fairly new team, only 2 players returning from prior FPF experience. We'll see if that makes a difference in this game.
Both these teams did play each other during the regular season here, so they do have a history with each other. Let's see if this plays out where they're familiar with plays on both sides of the football here. Les Buddays are starting off with the football here. Quick pass, incomplete to Charbonneau for no gain.
Leandre Etier here, just, a decent pass, but it's in a high traffic area in the middle of the field, and it's not the easiest catch to make. Maybe some jitters at the beginning of the finals as well.
Second down now for Les Buddays, and they're going to a trip formation to their left side. Waiting for the stab. Etier, he gets it. It is through his hands for a safety. That will be a 2-0 lead for La Sauce.
That is not the way you want to start a championship final game. The snap was good enough. It was right in his hands, and maybe Leandre Etier maybe it was nervousness. We don't know, but that is not the way to start your D5 championship game if you are Les Buddays.
And here comes François Raymond, number 13 on your score sheet, taking out La Sauce onto the offensive side of football here for their first drive. In a base formation, waiting for the snap of the football. He will get it right now, and he waits. He's looking over the middle, takes a drop back, looks to his left, throws it. It is caught by Tessier for an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, Joe Manville Tessier comes in from across the field, really finds a big open spot in the middle, and had to make a really good extension to come down with that ball. That was a little bit high. Again, maybe some nervousness on both quarterbacks' parts.
Second and short, trips formation to the right side of Raymond, waiting for the snap of the football. He sees the defense. He gets the snap, looking over to his left, pumps, going over to the middle, incomplete, intended for, again, Tessier, but no chance this time.
That was way off. There's nothing Tessier could have done on that. That was a good 3-4 feet ahead of him. The play could have worked, but it just wasn't a very good pass.
All right, it is now third down and short for La Sauce. Again, this is a team that's very good on defense, but their offense is quick striking, so you wonder if they'll come out with a quick strike on this third down opportunity for them to score and take a bigger lead than what they have.
Well, the 2-0 lead is pivotal at this point. If they score, they can put themselves in two-score lead right away.
All right, once again, trips formation to the right side of Raymond, waiting for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking over to he's rolling out to his right. He's waiting. He's going to the sidelines. He's waiting, throwing it back foot.
Wow.
Caught by Dejean that will be close to the 1-yard marker inside the territory.
I mean, what more does a defense have to do? The rusher for Les Buddays pushes him all the way down to the sideline. He takes a last chance heave, and yet somehow the ball still gets through a very well-placed throw. And contrary to the kind of difficulties he was having in the earlier plays on this drive, quarterback François Raymond makes a big play out of nothing there.
All right, La Sauce now inside the red zone, looking to put this one in for a potential 8-0 lead early in this football game right now. Raymond waits for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking over to his quick right side. It is caught by Philippe Trudel. Touchdown, La Sauce.
A nice play there by La Sauce here. And you can see that now that the game has started and they get that first big play out of their system, they're starting to get rolling here. Things are moving well for them. And a nice catch by Philippe Trudel, a guy who's more known for his exploits on the defensive side of the ball maybe, but a nice catch all the same. And now La Sauce looking to open up an even bigger lead.
And they're going to go for the extra point and maybe make this a 9-0 lead early in this D5 Winter Finals here in Brossard, Quebec. Raymond waiting for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking over the middle, pumps to his right, goes to his right. It is incomplete, intended for Dejean. Incomplete, 8-0 lead for La Sauce.
A little bit of inaccuracy on that throw again. It's not a ball that anybody really could have caught. But they have an 8-0 lead. That was a good opportunity for them to bring it up to 2 scores, but still 8-0 ain't bad.
All right, Le Buddays now back on the attack, down 8-0 early in this D5 winter final here. And you wonder how they will react in hopes of potentially scoring a touchdown to cut this lead and make this a game here in this final. So we'll wait for the snap of the football. Le Buddays now on attack, looking over the middle, going over the middle. It is caught. Yes, it is caught by Shane Turgeon for an 11-yard gain for a first down.
Nice catch by Turgeon there, and I think he draws the flag as well. Really nice catch in traffic. Those are not the easy ones to make, but Turgeon, who has been a big player for Les Buddays throughout the season, he's what I call the second member of the Big Three.
The Big Three, of course, has to come up big in this football game because that La Sauce defense is very, very good. Ball Hawks, indeed, had over 20 INTs during the regular season, so they're very good at ball hawking 100%.
The other members would be Jean-Christophe Binette and Jason Charbonneau. These are their 3 go-to guys on offense.
All right, here we go. First down now for Les Buddays, looking to make this an 8-6, if not 8-8 tie. Waiting for the snap. Etier, he throws it. He is sacked. Yes, he is sacked by Duchesneau. The sack master himself comes up with a big play, 9-yard loss.
Well, he's already doing better than he did last time they played because in the last game, Léandre Etier was not sacked at all. And this time, Marc-André Duchesneau gets his first sack at a relatively early stage, setting Les Buddays further back.
All right, Les Buddays now in a hole deep in their own territory. Etier waits for the snap. He rolls out to his right. It is caught by Julien Dubé for a short gain. It looks like it's a 6-yard catch.
Well, it was a nice catch, but really the one thing I'm taking away from this is that La Sauce defense is really not overhyped. They are right on those receivers, and if those receivers either bobble it up or if the QB is just a little bit inaccurate, I feel like they might get a pick or 2 out of this game.
Les Buddays now hoping to chip away at this deficit deep inside their territory. Trips to the right of Etier. He waits. He rolls out. He throws a quick pass. It is incomplete. Yes, incomplete. Intended for Turgeon. Incomplete.
Thierry Dolbec on the defensive play there, knocking the ball away. And like I said, if you're just a little bit off, these receivers, these defenders are really 1/2 step behind them, just enough to accelerate, knock that ball away. Nice play by the La Sauce defender.
4th down coming up here. A big critical play for Etier. He looks to his right. He rolls out to his left. He throws a quick pass. It is caught by Jason Charbonneau. It looks like it. Yes, it is. And that's a big gain, though.
That's a really big play for them because Duchesneau was really coming hard on that sack. He was just a millisecond away from getting that flag before Etier gets the ball off, but he does, and that is a big reception. Keep the drive alive for Les Buddays.
And that is enough for a first down. A huge catch by Charbonneau to keep this drive alive, as you said before, Darren, as they're now deep inside La Sauce territory, looking to punch this one in. Inside the red zone, yes, it is. Etier waiting for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking out to his right. He throws a quick pass. It is caught, incomplete, intended for Binette. Incomplete.
Looked like he could have come down with that one, as you'll see here on this replay. He got a hand on it, but just not enough. It would have been a tough catch catch that maybe we do see sometimes made, but it wasn't an easy play by any means.
Olivier Garneau-Gauthier on the play, making a big stop for La Sauce. And again, 2nd down now, you wonder what attack they'll have, whether they'll have Etier roll out to buy himself some time against this ball-hawking team here, Darren. So we'll see how this plays out. All right, here we go. 2nd down coming up. Duchesneau, and Etier, he avoids, and he is, yes, he is sacked. Yeah. Sacked. That will be an 8-yard loss. A great play once again by Duchesneau.
Duchesneau added again his 2nd sack of the game already. This is a guy who had 8 sacks during the regular season. He's already got 5 in the playoffs, so he's really turned his game up a notch. And Léandre Etier so far really has been under pressure all game.
And Duchesneau had 3 against Les Buddays way back in week 7 it was. So he's had a big game against this team in weeks past before. So we'll see how this plays out moving ahead. If there'll be a quick strike offense for Etier in this offense.
Well, now we're going to see what they can do. They're getting backed up for the 2nd time in this drive because of a big sack. They've got a long way to go to get to the end zone.
All right, Les Buddays waiting for the snap. Etier looking. He pumps. He goes over to the right corner. It is incomplete, out of bounds. That'll be 3rd down coming up.
Not much chance for anybody on that one, Mo. Really just out of bounds. I don't care if you're 7 feet tall. You're not catching that ball.
My apologies. 4th down coming up. That was a 3rd down play for Les Buddays as they are hoping to cut this lead and make it at least an 8-6 deficit, if not an 8-8 tie for the best of the situation right now. But again, Les Buddays are a team that cannot fall behind early. They've always been a team that jumps out to early leads, but this is a big play for them as they're way outside the red zone now, looking to score a touchdown. Etier gets a snap, looking over to the right side. He throws a quick pass to Barrière. It is incomplete. Turnover on downs.
The ball just hops a little bit short, as you'll see here on this replay. Looked like Barrière could have had a shot. Again, very tight coverage by the La Sauce defender. It was just short. I don't think it would have gotten into the end zone, but still, there's not too many plays that are in the playbook for that one. It's almost you chuck it and hope.
Oh, La Sauce had great coverage on Vincent Barrière the last 2 plays, so this has been a key for them. Their ball hawking has definitely influenced the throwing motion of Etier so far in this game. All right, first down coming up here for La Sauce. François Raymond, number 13 on the TV screen right now, waiting for the snap of the football. Base formation, and he gets snapped, looking over to his left side. He pumps. He goes to his right side. It is a deep ball. It is, through the hands of Beauregard. Second down.
Beauregard just having a little trouble making that adjustment down the sideline. He is their big play receiver. During the regular season, this guy had 11 catches. 9 of them were for touchdowns. With a 21.5 yards per catch ratio, you know that they'll be going for it. They're going to be looking for him deep down the sidelines.
Well, François Beauregard is that guy that can stretch that field for La Sauce, and in that case, he could have really made it a huge deficit for the Buddays trying to come back in this football game.
And he did it against the Coyotes earlier in the playoffs. 6 receptions, 105 yards, and 5 touchdowns. That's incredible numbers for a receiver.
Second down, come up here. Base formation once again as Raymond waits for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking to his left side, rolls out to his left, pumps, goes back to his left side. He's rolling out to his left, trying to buy some time here. Great pressure by the rusher. It is throwing deep. It
Wide
is
open.
Caught. It is going to be, and the referee's calling incomplete.
Ooh.
Unbelievable. Looks like his left foot may have been out of bounds.
Well, hopefully the replay will give us a better angle on this one. I'm not sure if it is because it is from the far side of the field, but great elusiveness, again, by François Raymond, doing a great job to keep that play alive. As we saw earlier when he was chased all the way down to the sideline, let's see. It looks
like his
it
left
looks
foot
like
is
that
out.
foot was out of bounds. The referee was definitely in position there. Great effort, and you see that when the receiver isn't arguing much, he knows he was not in bounds.
All right, here comes third down now for La Sauce. This is a team, again, let's play defense, but they can quick strike that offense of theirs, and they almost did it on that very play with Raymond buying time in the pocket, rolling out to pretty much each side of the football field. So let's see what he does this time, if he's going to be a pocket guy or rolls out. Base formation again, waiting for the snap for the football is Raymond. He is looking, surveys the defense. He gets the snap, looks to the middle, rolls out to his left. He throws a quick pass. It is through the hands of Tessier again, incomplete, and that will be fourth down, looks like it.
Tough play here, as you see again. A little bit of happy feet, gets that ball off. Too much pressure, I think, by the Buddays defender there. Kind of maybe the receiver heard the footsteps.
All right, the Buddays back on the offense. Etier throws the football. Quick strike to Charbonneau. Caught. It is tackled by Trudel for a short gain.
Well, that punt there by La Sauce, by not the La Sauce, but by La Sauce, was pivotal there, as the Buddays now have a chance to kind of make up for that lost drive at the beginning of the first half.
All right, the Buddays now driving with the football. This is their second possession of the football game. Etier gets the snap. He looks to his left. He throws it. It is caught by Julien Dubé for an 11-yard gain. That will be enough for a first down.
And now they're rolling. They got some momentum back. They lost that momentum after those 2 big sacks on their prior drive. But now they forced a stop against, like you said, Mokan, that quick strike offense of La Sauce. And things are starting to go their way. We'll see if they can build on that big momentum.
All right, first down now. And this drive looks a lot more positive for them this time around, as you're looking to make this an 8-6 lead, if not. Etier gets the snap. He's rolling. Oh, he's going to throw over the middle. It is caught by Jason Charbonneau, and that will be a huge gain, 17 yards and a first down.
Charbonneau coming up big again for this team. He's had a couple big catches for them so far in this game, and as they move closer and closer, this is where they struggled last time, though, Mo. They got down this close, and they had to turn over the ball. Let's see if they're going to do better on this drive.
All right, they are inside the red zone, so Etier cannot run for the touchdown here. As he waits for the snap, he gets it, looking over the middle. He pumps. He goes to the left corner. It is intended for Charbonneau again, incomplete.
Just a little bit inaccurate, but he had him open there in the back of the end zone. He just sails it a little bit too high, but there was a decent opportunity there. A good play call.
All right, second down coming up for Les Buddays, who have very nice uniforms, by the way. We appreciate them having numbers on the front and back of their jerseys, which is easier for us broadcasters. Etier waiting for the snap. He gets it, rolling out to his right. He stops. A little shovel pass, incomplete, intended for Vincent Barrière, incomplete.
Yeah, you see he gets it away to Vincent Barrière. Barrière kind of hoping for a flag. I don't know what he was expecting. In the red zone, it's just always tougher, isn't it, Mokan?
Well, again, that could have been a shovel pass, which
Yeah.
could have been illegal, so it was incomplete for them right now. All right, big play coming up here now. It is third and goal, as Etier waits for the snap, throws it. It is a quick pass, incomplete, intended for Charbonneau again. Great play by La Sauce.
Yeah, Thierry Dolbec here with great coverage there. He almost cut under that. If he was just a half second quicker, would have picked that off and maybe might have been running for the other end zone.
And if that was the case to be a 2-score lead with this ball hawking defense, very tough to come back on these guys here. All right, big down coming up here. 4th and goal inside the red zone. This is a big play for them, Darren. And if they don't score now, who knows what will happen for the rest of the game if this sets the tone. Etier gets a snap, looking out to his right. Pumps, he goes to the corner. It is caught by Vincent Barrière. A huge touchdown. 8-6.
Can't be bigger than that one. They needed this one, as you were saying, Mokan. They needed this for the momentum, and what an incredible play by Vincent Barrière, coming down the toe tapper in the right sideline of the end zone. Great catch, great play, and now there is life.
And they're going for a 2-point convert here to hopefully tie it up at 8. A good drive for them. The first drive was very bad. It looked like the confidence was a little bit shot, but they come back here with a strong second drive for them. Moving ahead.
Well, Etier was struggling a little bit earlier on. You know, he had that safety, it bounced off his hands, 2 sacks. Seems to have calmed down a lot here, and they're showing some confidence, going for that 2-point to tie it.
All right, big 2-point convert coming up here for Les Buddays, and Etier rolls, gives the handoff, and it is a great play once again by Ducheneau to blow up that backfield coverage.
Great recognizing the play here by Ducheneau. He does not stay on the quarterback. Gets the sack, and that is a dead play. It was a nice, some trickeration, as they say, but it didn't work out for them, and now it's a 2-point lead for La Sauce because of that safety. We got to wonder, Mo, is that going to come back and haunt them by the end of the game?
And you wonder, points are at a premium so far in this first half of the D5 Winter Finals, and who knows? Come second half, if 2 points is the difference, we can come back to this play as the big one by Ducheneau, who blew up that in the backfield. All right, La Sauce now back on the attack. As François Raymond waiting for the snap of the football, he surveys his defense, sees a high safety play in the backfield. Raymond waits, calls a cadence. He gets a snap, looking over to his left, pumps. He's looking to his left. He's in his end zone now. He throws it. It is intercepted.
That is incredible.
By Sébastien Simon, a huge play. He's been big for them all season long.
I was watching Simon, as you mentioned. He was playing in that high backfield, and he saw that play coming all the way. Just makes a great break on the ball. The ball hung up there, and this is where François Raymond's attempts at keeping a play alive can come back and bite them, especially in the finals. He tries, he throws it. It's hanging a little bit up there. Sébastien Simon comes in, makes that big interception, and now Les Buddays really have to be feeling that big Mo.
And you can see the CLR Forces, a D1 team who are all buddies with Les Buddays, all excited for these guys. They're a farm system, more or less, for them. So a big play for them. This could be the momentum change now going into this drive here late in the first half as Les Buddays get a big turnover on their side. Etier waiting for the snap. He gets it, looking to his left. Quick pass out. It is caught by Charbonneau. A couple of moves here and there, and that will be a 7-yard gain. Second down coming up.
Yeah, Charbonneau, I mentioned earlier, one of the members of the big 3 receivers for them. He was 3rd in receptions, 3rd in yards, but 2nd in TDs. This is a guy who does have some ability of getting into the end zone. He's been a good target for Etier this season.
2nd and 3 coming up here, and we'll see what they go with. Etier has not run with the football. He's bought some time in the pocket, though, so you wonder if he'll consider running with it to make it a different offense for them. He gets a snap, looking to his right, rolls to his left. It is incomplete, intended for Binet, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, it's just, you can see on this play here, Etier kind of sees where he's going right from the start. Kind of a little bit of contact there between the defender and the receiver. Not the easiest play to make, but better than returning in the La Sauce defender's hands there. So it's a good option for them. You got the momentum on your side. Take it easy. Don't want to give it right back to La Sauce.
And Dolbec has played an excellent game so far in coverage. A trips formation to the right of Etier. He looks to that side. He throws it. It is picked up by François Raymond with a big play in the end zone. Brings it out to the 10-yard line. A huge stop for La Sauce.
Well, we know he's the offensive leader, obviously, as quarterback, but it's very impressive to see him also be the defensive leader. He led this team in interceptions, had 8 INTs in the 7 games he played. In the playoffs, he's already had 3 interceptions as well, Mokan. So this is a guy who can really get it done on the defensive side of the ball.
The ball hawk team comes up big once again now, and this could be another momentum shift in favor of La Sauce as they're looking to go up in this football game. And again, this has been a tight game defensively speaking here for both sides, and you wonder who can break that barrier right now. François Raymond waiting for the snap of the football, base formation. He sees the cadence, he calls it, looking to his left, he pumps, he's going to his right. It is a deep ball. It is caught for the touchdown, La Sauce.
A great play down the sideline. I mentioned it earlier. François Beauregard is their big playmaker, and they really like to stretch the field down that right sideline with him. He just gets a step on his defender and makes a really nice grab. First time they tried that play, kind of lost it in the lights. This time, no mistake.
And you
Touchdown.
wonder if that fake pump kind of got Sébastien Simon, the safety, to bite on that play, which allowed for that touchdown to go through. A big play for them as they go for the extra point convert here. 14-6 lead now as Raymond gets the snap, looking to his left, pumps. He throws it. It is incomplete, intended for Trudel, incomplete.
Yeah, Trudel kind of just setting up in that front line of that end zone, but he might have gotten tackled short anyways had he caught it. But good coverage by the Buddays defender. This is a fair battle between the two of them. You can see neither of them are really happy with each other.
No, a little smirk on both faces right now. 14-6 lead for La Sauce over Les Buddays, and again, you wonder how they will react now, giving up the INT, which could have been points. A 12-point swing essentially in this D5 final. Etier waits, gets a snap of the football. He waits, and he's pressured. He throws it high and deep. It is picked up by none other than François Raymond. Another INT, back-to-back.
Yeah, great. Another play by him. You could see that La Sauce really trusts him deep, and he makes a good break on that ball. Kind of underthrown. Not a great chance for the Buddays' intended receiver to get that ball. Raymond comes up with it, though.
And there is a flag on the play, and it might be flag guard. And we'll get the official call from the referees that we have on the football field. And you wonder how the psyche is for Les Buddays now moving ahead here, giving up back-to-back INTs. And a great play by François Raymond, reading the play well and getting himself good field position if this holds up.
Now, let me tell you what I didn't like about that play. Number 24 on Les Buddays does not even make an attempt to come back and either get that ball or deflag François Raymond. You got to show a little bit more intensity here in the finals if you want your team to win.
Well, this is the D5 finals. This isn't week one of exhibition season here in FPF. So we'll see how this plays out. If, again, this will be the difference now. This could be the dagger for La Sauce now to win this football game. Trips right to Raymond as he waits for the snap of the football. And it looks like Les Buddays are adjusting their defense. Raymond waits. He gets the snap of the football. He's in his end zone looking to his left. He rolls up to his right. He's waiting patiently. He throws it, and I believe that will be intentional grounding. Yes, the flag has been thrown, Darren.
That is textbook intentional grounding, most obvious one of all. He doesn't have anywhere to go, doesn't want to get that safety, but he just throws it, barely even makes it to the line of scrimmage. But there is nobody even near that area where he threw that ball. This is a big momentum turner for Les Buddays.
A great rush by Marc-André Piquet, who forced the play, and that will be a 2-point safety. And now it is a 6-point lead for La Sauce before the first half.
Well, we saw a little jittery plays by Léandre Etier at the beginning of the first half. Ball bounces over his hands, safety. Now there's another safety on the other side, kind of narrows things up, so it's a 6-point game, as you said.
That cancels each other out, the 2-point difference here. Now it is a 6-point lead, but is hoping to score before the first half is over as they're down by 6 points. Etier gets a snap, looking to his right, rolls out now. He's going to run, and he is going to get some yards on the play, and he keeps on running, and he is deflagged for a good gain. 26 yards on the play in the first down.
Well, his headband comes off about 10 yards down the field, but not his flag. He gets all the way down about 10 yards shy of the end zone before he gets deflagged. A great surprising play by Léandre Etier, showing his speed and his mobility.
And this is a big play. They can have at least a couple plays inside La Sauce's territory, and they could potentially tie this game up. If not, go up by 1, if not 2 points here. So a big couple of plays coming up here in hopes of taking the lead.
And with 2 plays left in the half as well.
Yeah, you know what? You got to use these 2 plays wisely. Etier waits for the snap. He gets it, looking to the left side. He throws it. It is incomplete. Intended for Charbonneau once again. Incomplete.
We've seen them try quite a few of these plays just in the front line of the end zone, and it's always just seems to be falling short. I think that maybe Etier is afraid of the defenders who are ball hawks of La Sauce kind of undercutting that pass and bringing it for 6.
And you can see Etier's throwing motion has not been crisp, but a lot of one-hoppers right now, so you wonder if he'll correct that going into the second half of this football game. Last play coming up here in the first half of this D5 Winter Finals. Etier surveys the defense once again, waits for the snap, gets it, looking to his left, waits, he throws it. It is incomplete.
Was that picked off?
It looks like it will be called incomplete. Yes, incomplete. And now we go to halftime with a 14-8 lead, for La Sauce.
Yeah, really a good effort by them so far in this game, and we're going to see it's been very tight, very good defensive football here.
Great first half. Coming up is the second half, but we'll have the first half stats moving ahead.
À mi-temps, le score est 14-8 pour la sauce. Le match a commencé avec une safety. Les deux équipes ont échangé quelques interceptions et on est prêt pour une deuxième demi qui se promet d'être excitant.
And welcome back to the second half of the FPF D5 finals here. La Sauce with a 14-8 lead. Starting off with the football here, Darren. This could be the big possession for them to close out this game if they take the lead.
Well, if they score here, it really puts the Buddays in a position of playing catch-up ball all game. They have to take reckless attempts deep, and it'll be very hard for them to do so, as we've seen in the past.
François Raymond waiting for the snap of the football to start off the second half. He looks, he gets the signal, he gets the snap, looking over to his left, pumps, looking to the right. It is caught by Desjans for a 6-yard gain. Second down coming up.
Antonin Desjans, really their go-to guy in the La Sauce offense. He's the leader in receptions, leader in yards. He's a big player for them, and it's important for them to start getting him more involved because in that first half, he didn't do much.
Didn't do much, but again, this defense coming up big for La Sauce. You wonder if their offense can match that intensity and that output right now in the second half. Second play coming up here. Raymond waits in a base formation of the snap of the football. He gets it. Looking to his left, rolls out to his right. He's going over the middle. It is caught by Brossard. A huge gain, 26 yards inside the red zone.
There's not much more you can do as a defender. He was all over him there, and just Beauregard comes up with an incredible catch, comes down with the football, again, just shy of the end zone, but really it seems like their best way of moving the ball is not little by little, as we see in most FPF teams, but going deep to Beauregard.
Stretching that defense like he has done so far in this FPF finals right now, inside the red zone, first and goal for La Sauce. François Raymond playing very well on both sides of the football now with a lot of big plays. Waiting for the snap of the football. Base defense again. He sees, gets the snap, looking, rolling out to his right, rolling out to his left. Flag is off now. He is rolling. He's patient waiting. He throws that ball. It is out of bounds, but I think the referee's going to call a sack. Yes, he will call a sack. Piquet, another sack in this game.
Well, as you see here, the flag comes off, so it makes it just that much easier for Piquet to just get a hand on him and notch the sack. Even then, it would have been an incomplete, but this pushes them back, and still no running ability for QB François Raymond because they were already in the red zone.
13-yard loss, a big loss, and now they're essentially second and long, even though it's a second and goal situation for them. Here in this early part of the second half, François Raymond looking to potentially score another touchdown for La Sauce. Waiting for the snap of the football. Base offense again. He gets a snap. Looking to his left. Pumps. He's waiting. He buys some time. It is caught, yes, by Tessier once again for a short gain, 8 yards.
We've seen a lot of these types of routes where one guy comes completely across the field underneath and just a short little gain, but it catches the Buddays defense by surprise, and they can always add on a couple extra yards. A good, decent play for them to get a little bit closer to the end zone, and that brings up third and a more manageable goal.
And Joe Manville-Tessier has had a good game so far. Gained some big first downs for La Sauce so far in this football game. And again, François Raymond holding on to that ball to the very last second. That could cost them, again, as it has in previous plays with that big sack a couple plays ago. Raymond waits for the snap of the football. Gets looking to his right. Pumps. Goes to his right. It is caught. It is enough. Yes, I believe it will be enough. Yes, touchdown. Touchdown. Desjans, once again, big grab. It is now a 20-8 lead for La Sauce.
I don't like what I see there because Desjans comes up a little bit lame. He kind of gets horse-collared by Sébastien Simon, if a horse collar is possible in FPF. And he came up a little bit lame, and that if he's actually hurt, that will be very difficult for La Sauce to overcome.
La Sauce, again, this is a big score for them now. It puts them up by 2 scores, up by 12, potentially may go up by 13 if they do convert on this extra point opportunity. And this foul, they're actually going for 2 points. My apologies. And they want to make this essentially a 2 full score lead to put this game out of reach for them. So this could be a big convert for them if they do convert. Waiting for the snap of the football. Raymond gets it, looking to his left, rolls out to his left, buying some time, pumps, throws it back foot again. It is incomplete.
Not much happening on that play, Mo. As you see, he rolls to his offside, kind of feeling the pressure, wasn't able to juke out the rusher, throws it deep across his body on the other side. He's lucky it's an extra point, but even then, extra point comeback could cost him some points as well. Have to be careful with that. You got to be more protective of that ball.
With Vincent Barrière with a big play on that to keep it a 12-point lead. Now Les Buddays have the football here. Their first drive of the second half. You wonder, Darren, if they'll be able to come back with a reply to cut this lead in half.
Well, like we said at starting off this half, a lot of pressure on them to score now, with being down 2 scores.
Etier throws a quick pass out to Barrière again. That will be a short game, but there is no flag. There was a flag, but no, it won't be a flag at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the flag was going to be for, but it seems like they've picked it up. So, in the end, nice little pitch and catch there for a little bit of yards to kind of get started, get that momentum building again.
Well, Les Buddays shouldn't stress too much about scoring right away because there's still plenty of time left in the second half of this football game here. But again, Etier's got to realize that it's all me now to make the plays for this football team. As he waits for the snap of the football, he gets it. He's in his end zone. He throws a quick pass out to Charbonneau. He's going down to the sidelines, and he is deflagged by Tessier. 22-yard gain, and that should be enough for a first down. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of play they needed. A little pitch and catch underneath, kind of make some big yards, elude a few defenders, and suddenly they're off to the races. A big momentum turner for Les Buddays offense. You can see after some little difficulties at the beginning, some stutter steps, a little bit of inaccuracy, they're really putting it together now as an offensive unit.
Jason Charbonneau has been big for Les Buddays offense so far. Big catch after big catch. Etier now waiting for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking over the middle, pumps. He goes to his left. It is caught by Charbonneau again, and this time it'll be an 11-yard gain. Another first down coming up.
Over and over for Charbonneau. Really, he's been their absolute go-to guy in this game so far. Really been coming up big for them.
And this is a good start for them in the second half. Les Buddays, good back-to-back big plays by Jason Charbonneau, 33 yards combined on the last 2 plays by him alone. So you wonder if anyone else from that office could step up and help him out here as they are inching closer to the goal line and another potential score. Etier gets a snap of the football, looks over the middle. He's rolling out. It is sacked by none other than Duchesneau, his 3rd sack of the game, a big one for La Sauce.
Duchesneau is having a monster game for La Sauce defense. Leandre Etier is not even an easy guy to sack. He was only sacked twice during the entire regular season. So to come up with this performance in the finals here, sure, part of it might be that Etier is waiting too long and trying to make the big play. It's the finals. Everybody wants to be the one to make the big play. But Duchesneau is having an incredible game.
And this is a big play coming up here now for Les Buddays. Etier waits. He's going over the middle. It is caught by Julien Dubé. Again, a 14-yard gain. That will not be enough for a first down. This will be 3rd down coming up here.
Yeah, Dubé kind of pinballing the ball from his left hand to his right hand, back to his left or right, and then he catches it, gets a little extra yards. Again, moving closer and closer, getting into a manageable position, which is important for their offense.
All right, 3rd down coming up here for Les Buddays and La Sauce. Again, this is a ball-hawking football team. They play very well as they get closer to the red zone, so you wonder if they'll come up with another big play. And you look at Duchesneau. He's been fantastic all game long here. Trips left to Etier's side, waiting for the snap. He gets it. It is incomplete, almost picked up, intended for Shane Turgeon. Trudel with a huge pass deflection.
Well, Trudel, who is a big player for their defense as well. I said earlier that Raymond was a defensive leader, had 8 interceptions to lead the team, but Trudel is their leading tackler, and he had very good coverage there. And he's the kind of guy who can really, if you disregard him, he will make you pay.
No regard, disregard.
Oh, we're not talking about those guys anymore. Hashtag.
All right, Etier gets snapped the football. He looks to his left. It is caught. No, it is incomplete. Intended for Jason Charbonneau. Incomplete turnover on downs. A huge defensive stop for La Sauce.
I'm pretty sure he came down with that ball, but just wasn't able to get the feet in bounds. And again, it's same old story here. The Buddays getting close, but no cigar. And then that's all she wrote now. La Sauce, if they punch it in again, you got to think that it's going to be almost curtain call in this game for Les Buddays.
And then the old Monday Night Football theme will come on. All right, trips right for François Raymond, deep in his end zone. And remember what happened last time when he was deep in his end zone. He gave up a safety. 1st and 10, waiting for the snap of football. He gets it, looking to his left, looking to his right, rolling out to his right, avoids the sack, and he'll get out of his end zone. That will be a short gain, 6 yards, but boy, did he avoid that rush.
Yeah, short gain is better than no gain at this point. He was really deep in his end zone on the back line of the end zone. If he had taken one bad step or if the rusher had gone to him just a little bit quicker, that would have been a 2nd safety in the end zone. So at least he's learning from his mistakes. Didn't get that intentional grounding, just run it out, some positive yardage, start again.
Well, Marc-André Piquet has been playing a good game for Les Buddays on defense, rushing Raymond very well. Trips right once again. Raymond now on the lip of the goal line of his end zone, waiting for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking to his right, throws it to his right. It is caught by none other than Duchesneau, and that will be another 6-yard game, enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it there. I like his composure here. Kind of got in trouble on that first play of the drive. Bought himself some time, got a few yards, and now slowly getting out of that trouble zone. Really, the clock is their friend right now, and it's the biggest enemy for Les Buddays. So a slow, methodical, matriculating the ball downfield type of drive is exactly what La Sauce wants.
It is an ally now for sure. 1st and 10 for La Sauce as they're looking to score another touchdown here. Raymond waits for the snap of football. Base offense gets it, looking to his left. Pumps. He goes to his left. It is caught. A great catch by Tessier. Joe Manvel Tessier, a huge grab and a first down.
Nice little catch here. And then what I like is he truck sticked the defender there. Not really physically, but I mean, he just allowed his hand to guide him to the ground with some momentum, buying some extra yards. But, you got to expect it to be slightly more physical here in the championship games.
And Sebastian Simon was not happy with himself. He thought that there should have been a penalty on that, thought there was a little offensive pass interference on that. But a great catch by Tessier and a first down.
And really, La Sauce, like I said, eating up that clock, and Les Buddays really getting put in a tough position. Hard for them because they're missing their defensive captain, Bellini, who has been one of their best players, and he got injured during the regular season. So La Sauce is taking advantage of that.
Raymond gets a snap of the football. He hesitates. He's rolling out to his right. He will now take it off, and he'll get some yards and more in a huge run. And that was a big run because that forced them to play up close, and that'll be second down now. 4 yards.
No sky of blue, but definitely a sea of green walking down that sideline. He saw a lot of opening for him to run down and get some positive yardage.
And now it is second down coming up here for La Sauce as they're looking to score another touchdown and make this a bigger score line here. And you wonder, Darren, moving ahead, can Les Buddays come up with a big play on defense? They have not done it so far in this second half.
Yeah, it's again, like I was talking about earlier, losing your defensive captain always hurts. And for a team that was as stout as the Buddays could have been, it really is not helping them now. And François Raymond is having his way with them so far.
Raymond waits for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking to his left. He's going to his left. It is almost picked off. We were talking about that before, but none other than Sebastian Simon, a huge play by him as he was able to corral that out of the hands of Dejean.
Yeah, he was just a little bit behind Dejean. And so he kind of tried to get his hands on it, but that's very dangerous as well because if you give that ball a couple extra seconds in the air, you could see Sebastien Simon, who is an elite defender at this level, really, who made an incredible interception down the sideline earlier, could have done the same and could have had wide field all the way down to the end zone.
A ball hawk indeed he was in D5. A fantastic season for him this year. All right, Raymond, third down now. A big play coming up here, waiting for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking to his left, pumps. He's going now to his right. It is caught by Duchesneau, and it is just short of the end zone.
He's not too happy. He thought he kind of got both feet inbounds and was managed to tap in, but it doesn't look like it. Held just short. And how many times have we seen the La Sauce offense get down to the 1 yard line? I've never seen this before, Mo.
Unheard of in FPF. Usually you score, not get down to 1 yard line, but they're now inside deep red zone territory here, looking to punch this in here and make this a 26-8 lead. Raymond gets the snap of the football, rolls out to his right, waiting, goes over the middle. It is caught by Beauregard. My apologies. Touchdown, La Sauce.
Well, Beauregard, like we said earlier, known more for his deep touchdowns, but this one really you could see with that height advantage, he gets those long arms up. The defender was not close enough. That was an easy play for Raymond, and it kind of looks like Les Buddays kind of know what time it is right now. I think they know that the clock is ticking and their championship attempt might be near its end.
Now they're down by 26-8, which is 18 points, which essentially is 3 touchdowns here. I mean, we've seen some funny things happen in FPF, but to be down by 3 scores this late in the second half, very tough to come back, and you wonder what the psyche will be. Raymond gets a snap of the football, waits, rolls to his left, pumps, rolls out to his left, and he is sacked by Piquet, and the score will remain 26-8, La Sauce.
Still, though, as you said, Mokan, an 18-point lead against the defense that has been as strong as La Sauce's so far in this game and throughout the season. It's almost, you really need to throw everything out now as if you're Les Buddays, don't you think, Mokan? I mean, you, a guy who's played in this league for many years, at this point, you got to just hope for the best and start believing, try anything.
And that's it, though. And you wonder how Etier will be. Leandre Etier so far in this game has been sporadic, very erratic, waits for the snap of the football, gets it, looking to his left, rolls out, and he avoids the rush throws a quick strike out to Vincent Barrière, and that will be enough. First down, 18 yards on the play.
Big hill to climb for Les Buddays, but Léandre Etier showing some elusiveness there. For the first time, Duchesneau missed him, and he managed to get some positive yardage, but they've got to move quick now. These huddles are taking a little bit too long for them.
All right, first down coming up here, and this is a big play for them. This is a good start for them on this drive. As Etier waits for the snap of the football, looks, he throws it, is caught. Oh, it is dropped by Jason Charbonneau, who's been all reliable for him all day long, and he drops his ball.
Yeah, it was a little bit low. But in the finals, in this situation with your team down 3 scores, you have to make that catch.
Absolutely, you have to make that catch. A big drop for them. Second down coming up for Les Buddays. Etier waits for the snap, gets it, looking, goes to his right. It is caught by Vincent Barrière. 9-yard gain, just short of the first down, though.
Yeah, Barrière, well, this is it. But again, they've got to start going quicker now. They really have no time to waste. These huddles are taking way too long for a team down 3 scores in the finals. They have to understand that the clock is not their friend. Yes, we're not near the 5 plays yet, but they've still got to move a lot quicker than they've been doing.
Third down coming up for Les Buddays, and this is a team that has to score right now, down without question. Etier gets a snap, rolling out to his right, waiting, buying some time, throwing it. It is out of bounds, intended for Shane Turgeon, out of bounds.
Kind of faking the shovel pass there, going, as you said, for Shane Turgeon, but that was way out of bounds. And then got to get that ball quick, got to get back to the huddle. At this point, I almost feel like play calling is overrated. If you don't have the set plays right now, you almost have to play that backyard ball, something that Scott Kelly, for example, in the higher division is more known for.
With Briscoe Hawks, yes.
Yeah, just run around and find somebody open and throw it.
Fourth down coming up here, a big play for Les Buddays. They're waiting for the snap, gets it. Etier rolls out to his left. It is picked off, yes, by Trudel, intended for Julien Dubé. A huge play for La Sauce.
Said it earlier, you cannot sleep on this guy. Yes, he's more known for his tackling prowess. He kind of just steps in front of that ball, and La Sauce has had success all game stepping in front of those balls on the sidelines. This is the first time they finally managed to get that interception, but they came very close many times. And Léandre Etier, I understand you got to try something. You got to risk it at this point. But that, I think, Mokan, just put the nail in the coffin for Les Buddays.
I think it has, and we're seeing La Sauce take a quick time out here to regain their composure, focus up for the last few minutes and 5 plays of this football game. But you know what? A fantastic game by La Sauce. This is a team that no one talked about, though, in Div 5, and they overcame a lot of obstacles to get to this point.
And beyond that, as you see the power of thinking pink as they have their sauce, I think they brought the bottle off the sidelines here of La Sauce, and it seems like it's re-energizing them for this final drive, maybe to clean it out. Really, like you said, though, Mokan, it's been a season to remember for La Sauce, kind of coming out of nowhere, really, and putting together a ridiculous effort, especially in this final game. They've done very, very well for themselves.
And to beat the teams that they did to get to this point, I mean, a great job by them to get here. And this is a strong defense that could very well do the jump to D4 next winter season. And here we go. Raymond waits for the snap of the football. He gets it, looking over the middle, looks to his right, pumps to his left, waiting, going over, and it is incomplete, intended for Trudel, incomplete.
Again, we have seen this a few times, and it is important to say that obviously this is D5, and so we're not expecting the precision of a Kevin Wyeth or a Carmen Police or any of these guys, but it is something to work on as a quarterback, a guy who is a dual threat like François Raymond. He's missed his guys by a couple of feet here and there, and at this level it might not be the biggest issue, but once you move up, and we think that they should, to Division 4, those kinds of mistakes can cost you, so it's something for him to improve on. But I think having seen him play Mokan as you have and as I have, this is a guy who can get it done.
The windows get a lot smaller as you move up division by division in FPF. Raymond waiting for the snap of the football, base formation. This is now a mere formality of just going through the plays. You're up by a comfortable lead late in the second half. Raymond waits, looks. He is going to roll out to his left. He's going to take off, and he'll get about 6 yards, maybe 5-6 yards tops on that play.
Well, it's all about running down the clock at this point. You do not want to make a stupid decision and give the ball back to the Buddays. At this point, they both know that this game is pretty much over. Just a question of running down that clock and getting La Sauce. Maybe they have like a champagne version of La Sauce ready for them.
Into the trophy.
That's right.
Sip out of the trophy. That will be presented in the postgame show very shortly here with Andrew Dana and a slew of characters for the D5 postgame show after this broadcast. Raymond waiting for the snap of the football as he ran for 5 yards last play. Gets it, looking over to his left, pumps, waits, over the middle, waiting, rolling backwards. He throws it. It is high. It is out of bounds. Intended for Trudel, incomplete.
I'm not crazy about that one because once he saw that the play wasn't there, he really should have gotten it a little bit quicker, gotten it off a little bit quicker. That pass, yes, it made it to the out of bounds, but it was kind of close enough to be in, and there's no need. Obviously, the odds are very much in their favor, but you shouldn't be taking a risk like that at this point.
Raymond jumping left to right, going to his right. He throws it. It is incomplete. Yes, incomplete. Intended for Beauregard. Out of his hands, though.
Still a great attempt at a catch. Look at that. This Beauregard kid really has a big future in this league. He's quick. He's athletic. He's got the height, and he's really good at judging when to leap to get that ball. He's a guy that I think, yes, he already is a big play receiver for them, but he's a guy who can even be used even more often for them.
Well, we're down to the last few plays of this D5 Winter Final, and it's been it was a great first half. Second half, though, La Sauce enforcing their will on this team here against Le Buddays and up by a comfortable lead. Last drive coming up for ETA. Wayne throws it. A quick out. It is caught by Julien Dubé for an 11-yard gain.
So now they've got a first down. And let's talk a little bit about Les Buddays as well because we did spend quite amount of time talking about La Sauce. Really, I think that the thing, you got to wonder, if they had a healthy Bellini in
and Duchesneau with a big sack coming up here. Sorry, Darren. A great game by him, though.
Yeah, great game by him. But furthering with my point is
Yes.
if they had a guy like Bellini in the backfield, defensive backfield, you got to wonder if that could have been the extra plays that they needed to kind of hold it together and give themselves a shot at really giving their offense a better opportunity to keep up with the La Sauce offense.
And there was a flag on the play, a flag guard on the TA, so that will be declined. They'll take the sack, and it'll go from there. But you're right, though. Bellini was a big player for them, and for him not to be there, you wonder what type of impact he would have had in this football game playing against La Sauce. So who knows?
Still good progress for Les Buddays. You know, they had a good record both seasons they played in the regular season. Their first postseason attempt got bounced in the first round. This time, as we see some trickeration again here, you know, it's a situation where you got to take a lesson from this. They will improve. They will be better.
Charbonneau with the run up the middle. He's had a great game for them. Had a critical drop, though, on one of the last series for them when the game was still within reach. And we're down to the last play, I believe, of this D5 final. And, of course, François Raymond has had a fantastic game. Beauregard himself, a great game. And you also look at the Duchesneau. He's been a sack master this plus, as you pointed out, with a great playoff run.
Those are the three names that really leap out at this point. Raymond at quarterback and defense. A guy like François Beauregard, who's really shown what he's capable of. And, of course, Duchesneau having a huge game at the best possible time. 3 sacks so far in this game. So, really good job by them.
Incomplete. The game is now official over. Congratulations to La Sauce for their D5 Winter Championship. Congrats. Great job by them, Darren.
Really incredible. A great run for them. Very happy and proud of both these two teams to have made it in the finals. They did a great job. Really provided a great Division 5 final. You kind of saw some shots of the crowd as well in the background, too. Really, they've been doing a good job. And congratulations to La Sauce.
All right, coming up next is the D5 postgame show. Stay tuned for that. Congrats to La Sauce for their victory over Les Buddays.
Je suis ici avec l'équipe gagnante La Sauce, les gars. Félicitations! La coupe remplie de La Sauce. François,
Ça te dérange pas?
François, c'était toi le MVP. Parle-moi un peu du match.
C'était un bon match. On félicite les Buddays, ils ont joué un bon match. Puis je remercie aussi tout l'ensemble de mon équipe. Surtout, je remercie la mère de François Beauregard pour la sauce top notch. On a fait des bons cycles, puis le regard mauve. Ouais, bon match.
Puis Marc, c'est-tu bon de la coupe?
T'en veux-tu, Andrew, pour le vrai? C'est pas si pire.
Est-ce que j'ai le droit?
Vas-y, Andrew, ça va t'aider. Il va devenir meilleur.
Alors, tes impressions?
C'est la meilleure sauce que j'ai jamais bu. Puis, Thierry, t'as eu un match incroyable en défense. Parle-moi un peu de ton défense.
Écoute, je pense que la sauce était à point. On l'a dilué juste en fin de semaine pour être sûr de ne pas être trop saucé. L'important, c'est d'avoir bien déflagué, tipé les balles. On était là. La sauce était adéquate aujourd'hui. C'est pour ça qu'on a vaincu.
Ben, merci les gars. Je suis maintenant une membre officielle de la sauce, j'imagine. Puis on va vous voir la saison prochaine, les gars. Félicitations.
Yes! Merci beaucoup à Flag Plus.
And welcome back to the D5 postgame show. Andrew, Dan, and Mocon here, wrapping up what was, I guess, a very close first half. Ended up being a blowout victory for La Sauce as they won 26-8 over Les Buddays. Your thoughts on this game? Early on, it was an interception fest between the two teams. Then the second half, I guess the better team won.
Yeah, definitely. The score seems like it was a big difference, but it was one of the most exciting games I have ever watched, finals or not. I mean, the ball on any given play, either team could have scored or taken the ball away from the other team. Really, it was excellent to watch this game. I had a lot of fun.
Looking at this game from a whole, did you find early on that there was nerves for both teams?
Actually, I felt as though that safety at the beginning really deflated the Buddies. Honestly, if that one play may have gone differently, we might have a different champion. But as it is, in terms of nerves, it looks as though the Buddies allowed that safety to deflate them.
What could have the Buddies done in order to not make the mistakes that they did? Could they have won this football game? Could they have capitalized on opportunities that they had but couldn't score?
That's definitely true. I mean, you saw a Buddies offense that was uncharacteristically kind of hesitant and second-guessing themselves. Usually they're much more of a machine, whereas this time you saw some fourth downs that were not converted that would have almost certainly have been converted during the regular season.
La Sauce, looking at them, they had a fantastic game from their defense. They played very well. Their offense was very timely in the second half. What do you come out of this game with them as the new champions for Winter D5?
I think they're very deserving. You know, I really believed that they weren't as big an underdog as many people had touted them as being. I've been saying that the whole time. I did pick the Buddies, but that's really no indication of anything. I'm usually wrong anyways. So, I mean, this team deserved it, and we are a richer league to have them as defending champions going into next season.
Well, speaking of that, though, overall this game, what grade letter would you give this D5 final?
I'm going with an A+. You have to give it an A+, despite the score. Like I said, I enjoyed watching it because I knew that even when the game was 2 touchdowns away, it didn't matter because you know that the Buddies had a good enough offense to score that touchdown that they needed. They just didn't do it, unfortunately, for them. And this is the final we're looking at right now.
All right, looking ahead here with the two teams that we have in this D5 final, what do you forecast for the spring next month in May and for winter 2013?
Both teams, I certainly hope, I wish them the best to actually move up because I think both teams are more than ready to go into Division C, for example, next year instead of D. I think both teams have the quarterbacks to do it. Both teams have the defenses to do it. They both have the experience now that they've made these long playoff runs. And in terms of any kind of long-term plans for them, I think they can be not just competitive, but successful in higher divisions. And we see this kind of growth in FPF that we like to see, teams starting down near the bottom in the bottom leagues and moving their way up just out of experience and learning the game.
Well, what started off in early January with 32 teams came down to the final two, and now we have one team, and that's La Sauce, the new D5 Winter Champions for this season. We congratulate them. And Andrew, first off, thank you very much for your hard work and dedication this year with the D5. I mean, a lot of people enjoyed your work with your top 10 rankings, with your analysis on the Weekly Extra Point Live. We thank you for all of that hard work.
Thank you. It was honestly a labor of love for me. This game means a lot to me as well as everyone else who's hopefully reading and watching.
Well, again, we thank all the teams that participated this winter in D5. It was a fantastic season, a lot of great finishes, a lot of upsets along the way in the regular season and, of course, in the post-regular season. And then looking ahead here, whether they come back for Division D or Division C, next winter D5 should be a lot more exciting because a lot of these teams will be back in D5, and we saw a lot of growth amongst the teams that we didn't think would be up at this point here. But next year they'll be very good. So we thank all those who participated this year. And again, thank you, Andrew, for that. Thank you, Terry Tarabay, the visionary, as Darren Basmajan would say, Robert Campana for the D5. Without him, who knows what would have happened with a lot of these teams if they played in D4.
And thank you, Mo. People forget to thank you all the time because
there's
you're the
nothing
one
I
talking.
did. It's all you guys that did all the work in this division. So we thank everyone out there. We hope you enjoy the broadcast first and foremost. Can't wait to see everyone in springtime. If not, see you in winter 2013. The magic words.
From all of us here at the Weekly Extra Point Live Roadshow edition.
You finally perfected it. Good night, winter season 2012. We'll see you for spring next month in May.
Watch me not stop though.